Hello everyone, so now we are going to discuss about the troubleshooting static dynamic ether channel. So first of all we need to have the idea what is ether channel, why we are using the ether channel. After that we are going to check what is static, what is dynamic, and then we are going to do troubleshooting for that one. So let me take blackboard. If you see here, generally what we are saying, I will give one simple example. Imagine I have one switch here. This is a switch 1. I have another switch here. I will say switch 2. So we are having two switches. I am connecting with the cable. Imagine I am taking 4 cables. I am connecting 4 cables here. So what we are saying, we will have here we will have good capacity, and for redundancy purpose also we are using. So we will have the redundancy. If this link go down, this will work. But the issue here, let me take other color. Why I am connecting the multiple link? First thing, for redundancy, I want to have the redundancy, means if this link go down, other link will work, so our network will not go down. That purpose I am using this 4 link. And another thing, I need to increase the capacity. Capacity means, example, if this one link carry 100 Mbps speed data, so if I connected the 4 link, it should carry 4 into 100, means 400 Mbps data will go. 400 Mbps data will go. This is for that purpose I am putting the multiple links generally. But the issue here, when I connect the multiple link, spanning tree protocol, already we discussed STP, they will block the all link, they will allow only one link, because to avoid the loop in the network. Let me repeat again what I am saying. I will give one scenario also. Imagine you have one switch here and you have the another switch here, and we have here some PC, it is having the 500 Mbps speed, something here, and here also 500 Mbps speed. The data which is coming is 500 Mbps, but here I have the hardware which is supporting 100 Mbps. I have the hardware which is supporting 100 Mbps. So what I done, I connected the 5 link. I am saying if I have 5 link, 5 into 100, it will have 500 Mbps. So my data speed will increase. For that purpose I put this one. I have two solutions. I can change the hardware, change hardware. Changing hardware is costly. If I change the hardware, if I bring new port, I install here, or if I change the switch, it will charge me. First solution, change the hardware, it will charge me. Second solution is add more links, so capacity will increase. We have two solutions. Why I want? I have this interface is 500 Mbps. I have some device sending the speed or traffic from here 500 Mbps. Here also 500 Mbps this device is sending the traffic. But the problem here, my interface here is supporting only 100 Mbps. So what I need to do, I need to increase the speed here. How I can increase? I can change the hardware, but it is expensive solution. I don't want to expend money here. So what I will do, I will add the more link. I am saying that if I add more link here, it will increase the speed. But the problem, spanning tree protocol is a protocol which is used to avoid the loop in the network. So this protocol will allow only one link, remaining he will block. So this is the problem we are facing. To overcome these types of issue, we are using ether channel. Ether channel we are going to use. With that one, what we will do, ether channel is a protocol which is used to bundle the multiple physical interface into one logical interface. So what ether channel will do, he will bundle the multiple physical interface into one logical interface. So he will make this as a one logical interface, so STP will not block, he will think this is a one interface. So how we can do that one, we are going to check that one. We have some protocol. If we are using the protocol to do that one, that is known as dynamic, or if we are doing the manually, that is known as static. We are going to see that one now. So let me open my notes here so I can show you. Just now what we discussed here, let me write here, ether channel. Ether channel, other name is link aggregation. For EtherChannel, we are having multiple names. Some guys are saying link aggregation, some guys are saying port aggregation, some guys are saying link bundling, some guys are saying if you are working in the what we can say in the servers, they are saying NIC teaming. So different guys saying different, but all are same only. Just you need to remember EtherChannel, link aggregation, link bundling, port bundling, all are same. What we will do in this one? In this one we will make multiple physical interface into one logical interface. Let me show you this diagram so you will have more idea. Let me move this here. What we will do here, we will make multiple physical interface into one logical interface. So if you see here, we have the 4 link. I will make these 4 into one logical interface. That is nothing but EtherChannel. If you see the definition, EtherChannel is a technology which allow us to make multiple physical interface into single logical interface. So STP will not block the multiple link. And why we are using EtherChannel? Just now we told to increase the bandwidth, to provide the redundancy. Why redundancy? Example, if this link go down, the data will pass through other link. I will go here. Let me show you in the packet tracer, so you will have some idea here also. What I will do here, I will take 2 switches. Example, let me take this one. I will take one here. I will take one more switch here. Let me increase this size here, and let me connect with some cables. I will connect 4 cables. If you see, because of the port you cannot observe, so let me disable the ports here. Let me disable the ports here. I will remove this port here, and if you see here, what we are getting here, STP is working here. Okay, STP spanning tree protocol is working here. We need to wait 30 to 50 seconds as we discussed in our previous class. If you don't want to wait, here we can press this button, fast forward, but in the real scenario we need to wait. So we are saying by increasing the number of link we will have the more capacity. By increasing the number of link we will have the more capacity. But the problem here, STP is blocking all the interface, only one interface is working. And we are saying we will have the redundancy. If example, one machine from here, if this computer is sending some data to this computer from here to here, let me connect this from here to here, from the PC 0 to PC 1 sending some data, example. But if you see this link, first link is working. Okay, we are saying we have redundancy here. Redundancy means if one link go down, other link is working and our data will be going. We will not have any downtime. But if you see here, we have redundancy, but it will take 30 to 50 seconds. How? Let's see. First link I will delete here. Okay, I am removing the first cable. Both the side we have green. The first cable, both the side we have green. So I will remove that cable. Sorry, I removed the wrong cable. Let me connect again and show you again. I removed the below cable. We need to remove the above cable. So let me remove the above cable. I will remove the above cable. I remove the above cable. Still the link is down here. It is taking the 30 to 50 seconds. If you see, if this guy is sending some traffic, suddenly this first cable someone remove or that cable is faulty, our packets will drop because still it is blocked. It will take 30 to 50 seconds. It will take 30 to 50 seconds. So we have issue in our network. We need to wait 30 to 50 seconds. After that only it will start working. So this is okay, but the problem, we need to wait 30 to 50 seconds. So what is the use of this one? We have redundancy. It will start working, but nearly after 1 minute it is starting working. So no use. So what we can do to overcome this issue also, we will configure the EtherChannel. So all the ports are working. Even if this port go down, all it will work. We need to no need to wait for the link to come up. It will start working immediately when we configure the EtherChannel. So what we are saying, EtherChannel, let me show you here. You can define in your own words. No need to just remember this sentence. In your own words you can say what is EtherChannel. You can define in your own words. So what we are saying, EtherChannel is a technology which allows us to make multiple physical interface into single logical interface. so STP will not block, and we can increase the bandwidth with the help of ether channel, and we can have the redundancy. So these two things we check just now. And ether channel can do the load balancing also, like sending the traffic. They will send the traffic here with all the links, so it will do the load balancing also. And after that, what we can say, we can configure the ether channel in layer 2 and layer 3, both we can configure. And maximum how many interface we can put in ether channel? Maximum we can put 8 interface. Means if I have switch 1 here, I have another switch here, switch 2. If I want to connect, I can connect the 8 interface here. Okay, I can put more than 8, but it will support only 8 interface. So this is a theory. Just we need to remember what is ether channel, why we are using. After that, we are having dynamic. If you see here, dynamic ether channel, static ether channel. So dynamic means we will use the protocol. So this one, we have the ether channel, we can configure by using the protocol PAGP or LACP. We can use this protocol to configure the ether channel. That is known as dynamic method. If we are using the static or manual method, that is known as static method. This one. Here they given static and dynamic. Dynamic means protocol, we are using protocol. Static means manually we are configuring. How we can do, we will check that one. So now we need to remember, we have the PAGP to configure the ether channel, we have the LACP. PAGP stands for Port Aggregation Protocol. This is a Cisco proprietary protocol, it will work only in the Cisco device. LACP is nothing but Link Aggregation Protocol, it is a standard protocol, and it will work in all the vendor, and it will advertise the message with the multicast MAC address. This MAC address they will use to advertise the messages. Whatever the hello messages they are sending, they are going to use this MAC address. For the LACP, they are going to use this MAC address. So what we can say, we can configure the ether channel by 3 methods. One is PAGP, another is LACP, another is a static or manual method. Means without using any protocol. So we need to have some condition here whenever we are configuring, because in the troubleshooting we will face this issue. First thing you need to remember, if you have one switch here, this is a switch 1 and this is a switch 2, you have two switch. If you are configuring the ether channel, example I am taking the 4 interface here, I am using the 4 interface here. If you are configuring the ether channel, if this side if you are using LACP and this side you are using the PAGP, it will not form the ether channel. You need to use both sides same thing. If you are using LACP protocol here, here also you should use LACP. If you are using PAGP here, you should use the PAGP here. You should not use one protocol here, one protocol here. So this is also one of the troubleshooting lab. In many organizations we face this issue. Some guy are working in the building number 1, some guys are working in the ground floor. These guys are doing the configuration. Later they are checking ether channel is not formed. When we check at last configuration, we notice one side they configure LACP, other side they configure PAGP. So this is a scenario, real scenario we will face like this. So we need to make sure whenever we are configuring both the side, we should use the same protocol. And some more thing we have, whenever we are configuring the ether channel, we need to follow some condition. If we want to configure the ether channel, we need to make sure that all ports have the same configuration. All ports of the switch should have the same configuration. What configuration means? Duplex to be same. Like whenever you are using the switch interface, if you check the interface F0 by 0, whatever interface you are using, F0 by 0, F0 by 1, this all interface should have the same configuration. If they are using the half duplex, all guys should use the half duplex. If they are using the full duplex, all ports should use full duplex. Old devices is having the half duplex, but now new devices is coming as a full duplex only. But you need to remember, whenever you want to configure the ether channel, you need to check all the ports should have the same configuration. Whatever port you want to put in the ether channel, that all ports should have the same configuration. First thing, duplex should be same. speed should be same, native VLAN and allowed VLAN should be same, and the port should be same. If we are putting in the axis, all ports should be in the axis. If you are putting in the trunk, all ports should be in the trunk. Generally, if you remember, whenever we are configuring, whenever we connected the two switch, this we are keeping this as a trunk. We are not putting axis, or we are not changing the VLAN. So this one is in the trunk, this one is in the trunk, and don't change anything. By default, factory setting whatever we have, we are using same thing. But some scenario, some guys change the speed here. Some guys change for 2-3 interface, they change the speed, and remaining interface they change the duplex. You should not change anything, or if change, you need to check also. Like you can check the interface status, all should be have the duplex full. If you are using duplex full, all should be have duplex full and same speed. So if we are using different, we will have the issue. So this is a condition we need to remember, because many guys are facing issue because of this one. Some port they put in the trunk, some port they put in the some VLAN, and they are mixing and they are creating the what we can say ether channel. So ether channel will not form. So this is some points we need to remember in the troubleshooting lab. We need to use these points. So all the interface in the same. We should not have one interface in the VLAN and another interface in the VLAN 20, another is a VLAN 30, some are in the trunk. If we have, we cannot make as a ether channel. We need to remember this one. Later we are going to check when we do the troubleshooting lab. So now PAGP. So about PAGP, how we can use, if you see here we have two switch, and now we need to configure the PAGP. So first of all, we need to remember this one also. This is also issue we are facing. In some companies, in some project, we face this issue also. Like some guys are using the LACP, both the side they are using LACP, but the problem they are using both the side as a passive, and they are saying ether channel is not formed. So this mistake they are doing. They wantedly they did not write the passive. They write the configuration in the notepad, and they forget to change this from passive to active. Because if you see here, first of all, let me explain what is this passive, what is this active. Then I will give you one example what we faced before when we are configuring the ether channel. So now what we need to remember, we can configure the ether channel by using the LACP or PAGP. If you are using LACP, you need to use the LACP both the side. If you are using PAGP, you need to use the PAGP both the side. Now we have the idea. This is a two protocol we can use to do the configuration. Now in this two protocol also we have the mode. Here in this one we have the mode. We can use active. When we are doing the configuration, that time you will observe the mode. Now just remember, when we are configuring, example, I have one switch here, I have another switch here, and we are configuring the ether channel. So what I done, I put mode as a active. Imagine I put mode as a active here in this side. In this side I put as a passive. Okay, this side I put active, this side I put passive. It will form the ether channel. If I put both sides as active, here also active, here also active, it will form the ether channel. If I put both sides as a passive, then it will not form the ether channel. We will check this when we do the lab. We will check that one. So we need to remember this box. What I am saying, we are using the ether channel. In the switch 1, I use the configuration as active mode. In switch 2, I use as a configuration as a passive mode. It will form the ether channel. Yes, it will form. If I use the active both the side in the switch 1 side and switch 2 side, it will form the ether channel. If I use the switch 1 as a passive mode and switch 2 also as a passive mode, it will not form as a ether channel in the LACP. In the PAGP we have same thing, but instead of active and passive, here we have the desirable and auto. These two modes are available. Same thing, if we are configuring desirable in the switch 1 and opposite switch we are writing as a desirable, it will form the PAGP. If we are using desirable here one side, other side is auto, it will form the ether channel. If we are using auto both sides, it will not form the ether channel. Sometime we face this issue. We are troubleshooting the ether channel. Ether channel is not formed. We have issue, and later we notice the guy who copy paste the configuration, he forget to change. he put auto both the side, and he copy paste the configuration from the notepad, so we face issue. So in the troubleshooting we will look that one also. Now just remember, whenever we are configuring, we need to use active or active passive or passive active, but we should not use both the side passive or both the side auto. First of all, both the sides should be same protocol, not one here as a LACP, other end is a PAGP. Both the sides same protocol, and then we need to use this category. If we use this both as a passive, it will not form. We are going to check that one when we do that lab. So now we have the idea how we can do. Let's see one basic lab. This is a 2 switch. First of all, what we will do, we have 4 interface. So first we will make this one as a trunk. So I will do as a trunk. So how we will do trunk? We will write interface range Ethernet 0 by 0 by 3. If I have here 0 by 0, 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, then I can use this range command. I will select the multiple interface. And if this switch is a layer 3 switch, then we will use this command 2 command. And then we will write the channel protocol and which protocol we are using, that protocol. And after that, channel group and the number we can give any number. I am using 1 here, and which mode I am using, auto. If you remember, we are doing the PAGP. So in PAGP, what mode we have? In PAGP, if you see here, we have auto and desirable. So I am using here auto here. If I use same configuration in another switch, I make the port as a trunk first thing from here, and same step here, what we wrote here, same thing here. If you write here LACP here, ether channel will not form. If you write LACP here, ether channel will not form. You need to write here PAGP only. Here also PAGP, so here should be PAGP. After that, mode, same thing. If you write auto here, it will not form ether channel. We need to write desirable. Okay, so this way we will configure, and then we can check. We will write show spanning tree VLAN 1, show spanning tree summary and detail or port channel. With this one we can verify. So let's do one lab so you will have idea. Let me do here first lab so we can have the idea here. In the basic we will do. So configuration is easy, simple. First of all, let me save this configuration, MST configuration. I will save first. So let me save here MST configuration. I will save here. Okay, let me take the new notepad here. I will do the basic configuration. So which lab we are doing? We are doing the PAGP. So I will write here PAGP lab. Okay, this is simple concept we already learned in the CCNA also. Here we have a extra troubleshooting. Okay, troubleshooting here we have extra, but before doing troubleshooting, if we know the concept, then only we can understand the troubleshooting. If we don't know the concept, then we cannot do the troubleshooting. That's why we are learning the concept first here. So what I will do, I will write here PAGP lab. Okay, PAGP lab. So let me write here PAGP lab. Same as we do before, we will write the switch 1 configuration. Let me write here switch 1 configuration, and here we will write enable, then we will write config t host name switch 1, and then we will select the interface. I did not remember what we have interface here. We can enable the port, or we can go here and we can check also. Example how I can check, I can go here, I will write here enable show IP interface brief. So I will check what interface is up. If you see, this port is which one? This is the switch 0. So here I have this interface from 0 to 5 is up. We use 3 here, we use 1 here. So we are using 0 by 2, 0 by 3, 0 by 4, 0 by 5. And if you have confusion, I can click here, I can remove this one, I can connect here. Now if you see, I will connect F0 by 1. Okay, so remember this is a F0 by 1. Let me write here, this is a F0 by 1. Remaining will be the other ports. So what is remaining? If you check here now again with the same command show IP interface brief, in the troubleshooting we are using like this only. We rarely we will go to the switch. Before we will try to check in the console of the switch by taking the telnet or SSH. After that Later we will go in the server room and check the cable, but before checking the cable we will check here only. So if you see here, we have the 4 ports are up here. If you see here, we have 4 ports are up here, and we already checked this port belongs to the PC, so we will leave the first port here, this fast Ethernet 0x1. So we have the fast Ethernet 0x2 to 0x4. Okay, this is a 0x2 to 0x4. Let me write here. So this one fast Ethernet 0x2-4. This one we have here. And let me check here. I will remove, I will connect here again. So this is one, okay, and remaining will be the same. Let me go here and I will verify here what we are getting here. Show IP interface brief. With this command we will check the interface status. So if you see here, we have the same thing, F0x4 we can use, because F0x1 we are using for the switch. So same here. Okay, so this is a port we are going to do the ether channel, this port. So I will let me change here switch 1, this one, this is a switch 2. Let me change this as a switch 2. So now what we can do, we will do the troubleshooting. We will do the ether channel first of all. So I will write here interface range. We will use the range command, interface range fast Ethernet 0x2-4. So I selected the multiple interface. Then we will write switch port mode trunk. Why I am using mode trunk directly? Because this is a layer 2. So this, with this command we make this as a trunk. Then we need to write here channel, which protocol we are going to use, that protocol, channel protocol here, I think protocol PAGP. We are using PAGP. So we will use channel protocol PAGP. Then we will write channel and group we need to create. Which group? You can create any group. I am giving group as a 1. And then mode. What mode we need to do? We can use auto or desirable. I wrote auto here. Or let me do this command here only directly. Okay, so let me take this switch. I will go in the switch 1. I will do configuration here directly, like host name switch 1, and then I will write interface range F0x2 to which one, 2 to 4. So I selected, then we write switch port mode trunk. Okay, so I make the trunk. Then I will write here channel protocol and press tab key. Automatically it will come, and press question mark. So here we can do 2 LSCP we can do and PAGP we can do. If you remember, PAGP belongs to the Cisco proprietary. If you see here, let me show you. We have 2 protocol, this one PAGP we have, LSCP we have. PAGP is coming because we are doing in the Cisco switch. If we are doing in the Juniper switch, we will not have option PAGP. Okay, so now when I press question mark, we can configure this 2 protocol. We can use LSCP or we can use PAGP. So now I am using PAGP. So I will write PAGP. I will press enter. Then we will write channel and then group. Group number we can give any. If you have doubt how many group we can create, means this hardware is supporting group 1 to 6. We can give any number. I am writing here 1. After that, what I will do, I will press here, let me press question mark. So what we are getting, mode, which mode. After that, if I press question mark, we have all available here. But now we need to remember we are using PAGP. When we are using PAGP, we can use this mode or we can use this mode where we have PAGP, these 2. Okay, these 2 are the PAGP. Other for the LSCP and on mode. Now we are doing the PAGP. So we need to select from here only. We have auto or desirable. So which one? I can use anything. Let me use auto here. Okay, I use auto. So this way I configure the ether channel here. If you see, this is only the configuration what we done in the switch 1. Okay, let me write the switch 2 configuration. I will copy this same configuration and I will paste here. In the real scenario, what issue we face, we done like this. Okay, we done like this. We change this as a switch 2, we change this as a switch 2, and we forget here to change from the auto to desirable. And our team is doing troubleshooting, they are confused. At last we notice we have here auto. Let's copy paste the same thing in the switch 2 and then we will notify what issue we will face. But before configuring the second switch, let's see here what we will get. If I write here show ether channel summary, with this command we will check. Okay, I wrote here show ether channel summary. Don't worry, you have all this command in the notes, you will get here. Okay, if you see here, I wrote here this command and also I put the screenshot, so no issue. If you miss, you can watch the video or you have already in a screenshot in our notes. Okay, so you can study from there also. So this command I use show ether channel summary. When I write this command, I am getting here, this is a port 1, okay, PO1, because we created the group 1. And if you see, we have the capital S. If you see here, capital S means layer 2. We are configuring the ether channel layer 2. And if you see here, we have D. Capital D means dawn. This is a dawn. And if you see here, we are using the PAGP protocol. And what we have here, we have I. In the PAGP protocol, how many interface we have? We have the interface fast Ethernet 0/2, fast Ethernet 0/3, fast Ethernet 0/4. So by seeing this one, what we identify, example, if you are doing troubleshooting, okay, you are not having the ether channel and you are checking, you will type this command show ether channel summary. You will say S means a layer 2, means in the layer 2 switch we are doing this configuration. And here if you see D means dawn, so something wrong, we have ether channel issue. And which protocol we use to configure ether channel? We use the PAGP. And if you see how many interface we put in that one, means multiple physical interface, we are making one logical interface. So this is a physical interface, and if you see, this is a logical interface. So we are making logical interface as a P of 1, but this P of 1 consists of fast Ethernet 0/2, fast Ethernet 0/3, fast Ethernet 0/4. So if you see, but here inside I, if you see standalone, this is a standalone, not the port. You should have here P means in port channel, but it is not in port channel, it is a standalone, and this is a dawn. Why we have this issue? Because other switch is not configured. If you go here in other switch, we don't have any ether channel there. That's why we are getting that error. Let me open here and we can verify here also. What I will do here, I will write here like show ether channel summary. So if you see, nothing is configured here, we don't have anything here, so we are getting the error. So let's configure here. I will configure, I will write here host name as a switch 2, and then let me paste the configuration, this one. Okay, this configuration is same. Here also we are doing one mistake as we done in our previous scenario. I am sharing that same experience. We copy, we have both side auto. When we have both side auto, it will not form the ether channel. But anyhow, what our team done, we are doing same thing here. So just we copy and paste here. And if you see what we have, this one, okay, some spelling mistake here. Let me correct the spelling mistake. Here we wrote mode, MODE. So this T should not there. Here also T should not there. So let me copy and paste again all the configuration. Okay. Here I will reload this switch. So all configuration whatever we have, that will erase. Okay, and then I will copy paste this same configuration. But remember here wantedly we are writing here auto, wantedly, because we need to do the troubleshooting. So let me copy and paste this configuration in this switch. I reload the switch, so we have the brand new factory, whatever we have the brand new switch. In the brand new switch, same thing we have. So I am just pasting the configuration. If you see here, no error, nothing, everything is okay, everything is working perfectly, no issue. Now we will check. We will write show ether channel summary, and if you see here, still we have the issue. Okay, still we have the issue. We have the port of this one, S means layer 2, this one, and D. You have D here. Okay, and if you see, this is a protocol we are using, and here this is a fast Ethernet 0/2, 0/3, 0/4. All are I means standalone. So this way our team configured before in the real scenario. So later when we are checking both the side, we are having the configuration. Let me run here. Here we are checking show ether channel summary. So here also we are getting done, there also we are getting done. Then we write show spanning tree, we learn show spanning tree, we have here spanning tree. And when we write show run section, and here we can type section or include, let me write include ether port. We can write any shortcut here like Pagp. So here like this, okay, here not all information is coming. I will write here auto. Anyhow, we can do another way, show run. I will write show run here. If you see here, we are having the configuration here. Okay, so when we observe here, this is a configuration someone done. Okay, this is a configuration someone done, we are observing here. Okay, for this interface we are saying as a trunk. Okay, this is a trunk, no issue, and we are using Pagp. Here we are using auto. Okay, auto, all are auto here we are using for this 3 interface. And we check same thing in the other switch also, show run we can write, and we can check here also. We have this, we make this interface as a trunk, and then Pagp we are using. Okay, and we use as a auto. Later we notice we have auto both sides, that's why we are having issue, our ether channel is not formed. So what we done in that case, again we go here in the switch 2, we go there and we write here like we selected the interface range fast Ethernet 0/2/4, and let me write here fast Ethernet 0/2/4, and then we will write here channel protocol, channel group 1 and mode, and here we wrote auto before, so we write desirable here. Okay, we write desirable. When we write here, then ether channel form. So we can check here show ether channel summary. So ether channel summary. So now if you see, we have U, capital U means this one, in use. And if you see, this is the P, we are getting inside the P. P means port in channel. So we have bundle here. Before we have issue. So long time what we are doing, we are checking what issue we will have. Maybe we use one side Pagp, one side LACP, but everything is correct, no problem. Later we notice we put both the side as a auto. So we need to remember we should put one side auto, one side desirable, or put both the side as a desirable. So this way we will face the issue in the real production network. We are in the hurry, just we are writing in the notepad and we will copy paste, and we will face this issue. So we need to write here desirable. Okay, we will use desirable here. So switch 1, switch 2 both are having, and when we configure, if you see here, this become as a green. Before STP block, this one, before spanning tree block, only one link is working, remaining link is blocked, but now all are green. Why? Because this multiple physical interface become one as a logical interface. Now what we can say, multiple physical interface become as a logical interface, means this 3 become one link now. And if we go here, if I check here, let me write here the other command, what we can write here to check that one. We can write here like show spanning tree. If I press show spanning tree, you can see we have the port P of 0, because this port is moved, right? This port become P of 0. Before we have multiple interface, now this become logical interface, and it is in the designated, it is in the forward, and the cost reduce because 4 port mix, that's why it cost reduce. And if you see, this is a priority, this is coming shade because some may be duplex and the half duplex, that's why it came SHR. If we are using the half duplex, then we will have SHR. If we are using full duplex, we will have the point to point. So no problem. Now what we are saying, this multiple interface become as a one logical interface. I will write here show ether channel summary, show ether channel summary. So here we can see now we have all in one. All this physical interface is present in the one logical interface. what else we can do? We can do like this way. We can do failover testing. I will remove this link, okay, or let me do here. I will remove the first link. If I remove the first link, the other link is working, okay, no issue. Before, when we remove, it is taking 30 seconds, but it will work. So in interview they will ask you, example, what they will say: if you have EtherChannel, EtherChannel having the link 4, example, in our lab, in this scenario we are taking F0/2 to F0/4, okay, means we have F0/2, F0/3 and F0/4. We have these 3 interface. If this interface go down, EtherChannel will work or not? Yes, it will work. If you have more than one link, then it will work. Even if this interface go down, no issue. You have these 2 link, it will work. Okay, means what I want to say, EtherChannel will work. If this link go down, also our EtherChannel will work. If this link go down, also EtherChannel work. We have the 1 link. So sometime they will ask you, you have 8 link, 2 link is down, EtherChannel will work or not? So you need to say yes, it will work. Just now, as I shown you here, when I remove this link, EtherChannel is working, no issue we will have. So what we learn here in this one, we learn this Pagp, how we can configure, we learn here, and how we can do troubleshooting. Just I give you, later we will do troubleshooting lab also. Just what we done, we put both side auto, so we will have the issue. Later when we correct the auto and desirable, it is working fine, and we check that one. Then we have the LACP. If we go for the next protocol, we have the LACP. So let me stop this recording.